About the AFC South. So I think.
There's a history in this league of
Brought him up.
That's an example.
So
I didn't want to make
finish
him the
this.
subject.
For those who believe, for those who are ready.
You have no idea what song
I
it is.
have no idea what song it is.
It's a hot song right now. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models. The role models you may not want, but you may just need. As always, I'm Dougie Saravo. We got Jimmy Drust.
Hello, everyone.
We got breaking news. We
Real
have
heartbreaking news.
We have a very important announcement to make. First, Pete Alonso is returning to the New York Mets. It's a 2-year, $54 million contract. So Pete is coming home to the New York Mets for now. It's not a long-term deal, but Pete is back, and it looks like he'll be batting in the 3 slot from Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Vientos, and Nimmo. That's the projections now, but that's a big move for the New York Mets.
Oh yeah, 'cause now they're gearing up for a title run.
Yeah, this could make a break.
Yeah, like the pitching staff's there now, the hitting's there now. It's just how it all comes together. It's all it is now.
Yeah, spring training less than a month away. So that's going to be a big move for the Mets. See how it plays out in that division. I think they're the favorites to win the division based on the moves so far. The Phillies didn't really add. Braves didn't really add. No one's
They lost
really,
more than they had.
Yeah, they lost more than they had. No one's really worried about the Nationals or Marlins. This division is looking like it's the Mets to lose.
Yeah, I think because they're gearing up to win it and everything. Like they made more moves to improve that team
Mm-hmm.
and everything else. Like and them and LA.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be between the Mets and the Dodgers.
Yeah, for that, yeah. I mean that might be a rematch of last year. So who knows? Honestly,
Yeah, no one knows. I can't wait for baseball. Baseball is less than a month away.
well, spring training is. Then we got what? It's April. It's
March, April. So
that
we're
was
almost
April. I
there.
thought it's always open today.
Yeah, opening day is April. But we're close. Spring
Yeah, we're
training.
getting close. We're like a month or two away.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers can't wait. A few basketball trades. I know DeAndre Hunter is going to the Cavaliers. We already talked about Luka going to the Lakers a few days ago. Did the Knicks add?
Knicks got someone off the trade of Milwaukee. I think
Yeah.
they added. Yeah, and I forgot who it was, but they got somebody.
I know Jimmy Butler is going to the Heat.
No, Jimmy Butler's going to the Warriors.
I mean, he's going to the Warriors. He left the Heat.
yeah,
Heat
he left
to the
Heat.
Warriors.
Yeah, because they're more or less getting like, I forgot what they got, Andrew Wiggins and someone else, and draft picks for Jimmy Butler. So I mean that team's going to be decent, but we'll see. Because in that division, it's hard in the West or East, wherever. I
All
think
right.
they're the East.
Yeah. So all right. So it looks like James Wiseman is going to Toronto.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter is going to Milwaukee.
Yep.
Marcus Smart is going to Washington along with Alex Len. You got Marvin Bagley the third going to Memphis. Cody Zeller is going to Houston.
Okay.
DeAndre Hunter to the Cavaliers. Karis LeVert going to the Hawks for along with a few first-round picks. Cody Martin is going to Phoenix. PJ Tucker is going to Toronto. Dalton Neck and Cam Reddish is going to L.A. to Charlotte, from L.A. to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram is going to Toronto. Andrew Wiggins is going to Miami,
Yep.
along with Kyle Anderson.
That's who it was.
Detroit is acquiring Josh Richardson and Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Jonas,
Piece.
yeah, he's a good pick. He's a good depth player.
Yeah.
Jonas Valanciunas is going to Sacramento. Kyle Kuzma is going to Milwaukee.
Yep.
Chris Middleton is going to Washington.
Yep.
The Knicks acquired Delon Wright in that trade, 4-team trade.
That's who it was.
Caleb Martin is going to Dallas. De'Aaron Fox is going to the Spurs. Zach LaVine is headed to the Kings. Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter is going to Chicago Bulls. And then the big trade of Luka to the Lakers with Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris, Anthony Davis, Max Christie to Dallas. Today is deadline day.
Yeah, so there might be more news coming out end of the day than anything else.
Yeah, those are the moves so far.
Yeah, because if today's the final day, they'll all get something toward the end of the day.
Yeah, so fun moves. Should be an interesting playoff. See where each team ends up.
Because I could see maybe like Golden State getting back in the division. LA might take over because now they're gonna have a better team. It's gonna be very interesting for basketball.
Let's take a look at the standings. What we got so far. Cavs are 41-10. Then you got the Celtics at 38-15. Knicks are 34-17. Pacers are 28-21. Bucks are 27-22. Heat are 25-24. Pistons, they're sitting at that 7th spot, 25-26. A big jump from last year.
Big jump.
Mm-hmm. Magic fell. They're in that 8th spot, 25-27.
Yeah, they're going to be in the play-in.
And then you got the Hawks, the Bulls, and the Sixers. And you could say the Nets all battling for the play-in.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's really going to matter for them. I think they're going to, for the bottom teams, I don't see them improving as much. Like, they'll get picks, but they won't improve that much.
And then on the West, you got the Thunder at 40-9, Grizzlies at 35-16, Rockets at 32-18, Nuggets 32-19, Lakers at 29-19, Clippers 28-22, and then at the play-in, you got the Timberwolves 28-23, Mavericks 26-25, Kings 25-25, Suns 25-25, Warriors 25-25, and you got the Spurs 2 games out, 22-26.
That could be a tighter race than anything, honestly. Like the way that's going, especially all the trades.
Yeah, from 7 to 10. So
yeah, like I think Lakers stay where they are in that middle pack, but from Timberwolf dropping that far down, especially where they were last year. Like, that tells me, like, that cat trade really affected them more than the Knicks.
yeah, that trade for Anthony Towns really affected the Timberwolves. I mean, trading away Anthony Towns really affected them.
It's making the Knicks better, and it's making them, like, worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you had Rudy, Rudy there, but he's not how Towns is, like, a scorer. Like, he can score and play defense. So, I mean, if I'm any other team, I try to make a big splash right now before anything else.
Yeah, well, 3 o'clock, that deadline came and gone, so.
Oh, it's already, 3 o'clock the deadline was?
3 o'clock. I mean, there's still going to be moves coming in after that, but you can't make a trade anymore. So the deadline to put in the trades are gone, but moving forward, there's still going to be trade calls coming in.
Yeah, so maybe it won't end, maybe there's already talks on the call already, but we'll see.
Yeah, but you can't make any moves past 3 o'clock, so.
Huh. Well, 3 o'clock here. What about California? They're 3 hours back.
That's true. I don't know how that works. If it's Eastern time,
that's what I'm saying.
technically we're at the deadline, so.
It depends where the NBA is, the administrative office and everything.
Yeah,
They're California. If they're in California, they got another 2.5 hours to do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I can still see moves being made and everything, but we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, I like the move some of these teams made. I like getting DeAndre Hunter for the Cavs. I think that's a huge move. I think he was like a top 7 pick back in the draft a few years ago.
Yeah.
So that's a big move for Cleveland. Thunder
Is he
Thunder
better?
didn't add.
I don't think Thunder needs to add. I think that's where they're at. I think they're young and they're hungry and they don't need to add.
Yeah, they're 40-9.
They're playing playing really well. Like they could definitely they're gonna definitely like upset a lot of people going in there.
And talk about go ahead, finish out, and then I'll get to
No,
my
you're
point.
good. You're good. That's
And
all.
talk about a huge jump. The Grizzlies were 27-55 last year.
Yeah,
This year, they're in that second spot,
yeah. Because John Moran, that's the reason.
35-16.
We said this last year. John Moran did not miss the whole season. That been a team that you have to mess with because he changes that whole team around.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah, if he stays healthy and doesn't do stupid shit, they could give OKC a hard time because they're the same thing. They're young and ready to go.
And
And look at Houston.
yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Houston
laughed at
last year,
We laughed at them last year, and now look at them.
41-41.
Yeah, they were what last year?
Yeah, now they're 32-16, and they're in the
Third spot.
third spot.
Yeah, so they're gonna get way past their record probably of last year, and they're gonna get in a playoff spot, which is kudos to them, the players, the organization. Like, and we shit on what's his name, Dylan Brooks. He's performing very well.
And
Like,
the Pistons, 14 wins last year.
Yep. And now
This
they're at
year,
what?
they're at 25 and in a playoff spot.
Yeah, and they can improve. Well, I think it's due to Kate Cunningham. He is playing very, very well. Like they're never out of the game. They're never out. This is the team now. They're never out of the game. Like they play tough. The teams I see falling are going to be Miami. I don't think they make it this year. I think that trade hurt them more than it helped them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because they always, even with Jimmy, they always teetered in and out of that spot. And now, without Jimmy, I think they teeter out. With the Warriors, they're in the mix, but they got to start playing better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you got Jimmy Butler, but you got to perform to get into the playoff. Then you get playoff Jimmy. Or you just wait till next year. I don't know what their plan is, but you never know.
Yeah. A lot of interesting moves today. A month from now, March 7th, is the NHL trade deadline day. So we've already seen Mikko Rantanen traded to the Hurricanes. And I think the Devils need to add a few more depth pieces, scorers to go on a run, because right now we could be playing the Hurricanes in the first round, and I do not want that matchup.
Well, that's also right now. We didn't even get past the All-Star game or anything. That's right now. So who knows what they do in the trade deadline? Because now you were saying, I think you said this on Facebook. You tweeted, Nico's hurt. So guess who's coming up now? You said this that he needs to play.
Oh, what's his name? I know who you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Simo Nemec?
Yep, I think he's gonna step in now.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I got the report today from ESPN that he's hurt. Nico's hurt, so he's gonna step in now.
Yeah, Nico's out. Markstrom's out. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. There it is.
Yep.
We have placed center Nico Hischier on injured reserve.
Captain.
We have recalled defenseman Simon Nemec from Utica. He will join the team for today's morning skate.
Yeah, so
that's huge.
Yeah, he's probably are the Devils playing today or are they?
Yeah, we're playing Vegas.
In Vegas or?
No, in Jersey, 7 p.m.
Oh, that'd be a good game.
Yeah, so to have Nemec, hopefully he could step up and fill that void because we need someone to step up. And I think even though he plays defenseman, he's going to step up for us. I think he was a second overall pick, and I've been saying that he needs more playing time in the NHL. I understand we have guys already on defense, but Siegenthaler hasn't really played to his ability. Dougie Hamilton has his on and off moments.
Yep.
Brandon Dillon's great. Luke Hughes has his moments. So why not give Nemec a shot now that Nico's hurt?
Yeah.
And I think Siegenthaler is out for day to day. So that's going to be huge for us. I'm
Yeah,
really
well,
liking.
if he plays
I'm really
tonight,
liking where we could go.
if he plays tonight like he should be, then I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, time will only tell what goes on with them. Because if they could make a run after the All-Star break, like winning games left and right, I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried, but if you have to match up against the Hurricanes in the first round,
I don't know.
that's always a huge test.
I'll say this year we definitely have given Carolina a tough time, and we won a couple games against them. So here's the thing: when you gotta play a different team every so often, you're gonna play to what you know. Once you start playing the same team over and over again, you get their tendencies, what they like, and you take away some of the things, vice versa. So it's the team who could adapt better to that situation.
And if we look at the standings right now, the Atlantic, you got the Panthers in first, then you got the Maple Leafs, the Senators, Detroit is there, Tampa is there, Boston is there, and then you got the Canadians there. They're fighting for a spot, but I'm not worried about Montreal. And then in our division, you got the Capitals who are running away with that division, 77 points. You got Carolina with 68 points, the Devils with 66 points. But the teams that I'm worried about are the Blue Jackets. They have 59 points. They're playing good hockey. The Islanders, 57 points. They're playing good hockey. And the Rangers, 56 points. They're playing good hockey. So those are the few teams I'm worried about. We've shown that we could beat Boston, we could beat Tampa, we could beat Detroit, but we're always inconsistent with the Islanders, the Rangers, and the Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
So it's our own destiny. I think we have what it takes to go on a run, but like I said, I think we need to bring in a few depth pieces. I don't know who they're going to get, but we need someone that could play maybe the wing, the center. So it all varies on where GM Tom Fitzgerald wants to go.
Yeah, I think only time would tell. So I mean, we'll see what happens. If they make a trade, that the trade sooner or later, it'll be what it is. But if they trust that team now.
Four Nations break coming up, so they have 2 weeks off. Nico could heal, Markstrom could heal, and then he's coming back from his injury. Yeah. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fun game against Vegas tonight. Two of the best teams in the NHL. Vegas has won a Stanley Cup. Could be a preview of the Stanley Cup Finals maybe this year within the future. Vegas has been that solid, that consistent since they entered the league.
Well, especially when 2 years they won a Stanley. 2 years ago they won a Stanley Cup, and then they're barely in it last year. They were first round exits.
Yeah, they were first round exit, I think, to Winnipeg, I believe.
I think so too. So for them to off and on, it's inconsistent, but who knows what they could do. Like with Philadelphia, with the Eagles, they were in the Super Bowl and then they dropped off and everything. So who knows what happened to everything.
Yeah, I think so too. It should be fun. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we have some NFL to discuss, and then we'll preview the Super Bowl. So we're looking forward to that. We'll be right back, everybody.
Especially going back to Columbus down.
Why? They were horrible this year.
Malibu and a diner.
These leaders of these countries.
that they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
For this town, things that haven't been done before.
I feel like
It's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like, it's just like people, even people.
Overpay for DeGrom, and I think this is a great way for us to gather together.
I'll be looking for another job after this is over, I can tell you that.
Here, with your name behind it, hoping that
Why did Trump fire Fauci? He could have gotten rid of him.
There's a lot of things you can have checked out. So,
Talk whatever we want.
it's sports. Well, I'll tell you,
no matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
All right, we're back on the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. So we do have a few announcements to get to. So we're transitioning to more of a football show on the Doug Saravo Show, and I really like discussing football. So we're doing more work with Unsolicited Role Models. We're doing my political report there. We're doing our show with Ray there. So we're really teaming up as one within our sponsor. So next week, Jimmy and I are going to recap the Super Bowl along with, we're going to recap the Super Bowl and give our thoughts on the game, what we think went wrong and what went right. Then the following week, we're going to do our off-season preview, discuss the draft, what we think each team may need, maybe do a mock draft. So that's going to be the off-season prediction preview show. Then the following week, we're on vacation. So we're on vacation. Maybe we'll have an episode that's pre-recorded up.
Yeah.
And then the following week, when we come back, we're going to discuss the cruise and what we thought about it. Jimmy's going to discuss his first time on the ship, what he did, what I did. So that will be fun. We're going to discuss the cruise. And then we'll probably wrap up the season, have our football discussion, come back in September, August. We'll do special episodes for like the draft. We'll do special episodes for baseball, our predictions. This is going to be more like of a news show rather than giving discussions on everyday things in the sports world. So we'll have special episodes for the draft, free agency, anything off season. Like if there's a big trade that happens, I'll be like, yo, Jimmy, let's do a show. So this is going to be more like a news type show. David yesterday tried to say, when are you going to tell Jimmy he's fired? I'm like, no, we're just changing things up. He likes to exaggerate things, but that's Dave. That's Dave Mendoza for you. So let's get into the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59 feels like yesterday was Super Bowl 42, 43, 44. We're going to be in the 60s next year. That's crazy. Super Bowl 60. Wow. So all right. I think this is going to be a game that could be entertaining, or it could be low scoring because you have two good defenses.
Right.
So the way I look at this, I really could care less who wins. I'm not really interested in who wins because Giants fan, I don't want to see the Eagles win, but I'll love to see Broccoli give the finger to Joe Schoen and the front office because they really let him walk. Don't want to see the Chiefs win, but I have a lot of respect for Mahomes, so I won't mind seeing Mahomes win another one. But I'm really leaning with the Chiefs. Just because I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I really can't bet against him, and that's my thoughts on it. I can't bet against the guy. I really can't. I think if you give him the ball last and they're down, they're going to win the game. But for me, my player to look out for is Xavier Worthy. I think the Eagles are going to prepare for Travis Kelce. They're going to prepare for Isaiah Pacheco. And I think in this Super Bowl, there's always that X factor that sticks out. For me, I think Xavier Worthy is that guy. I think Mahomes is going to give the ball to him a lot. I think he may even be in like a few running plays where they're, here, I don't know how to describe, the play I'm talking about. Where
sweep
the sweep.
Yeah.
So I'm liking the Chiefs to win this game. 30, we'll go with 31-24. And I think Mahomes does win MVP, but I do think Xavier Worthy has a big day.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do is stop Saquon Barkley. The thing with, I think, the Chiefs in their last 18 playoff games is no running back has went over 100 yards. This Super Bowl, they're playing Saquon Barkley. So if Saquon Barkley runs all over the Kansas City Chiefs, then the Eagles will win Super Bowl 59. That's my key factor. Same thing, too, with the Giants' 2 Super Bowl wins. Stop Tom Brady. So even though the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, Xavier Worthy, Chris Jones, they have to stop Saquon Barkley. If they don't stop Saquon Barkley, then they're not winning the Super Bowl. So that's my key factor of the game. Stop Saquon Barkley, and they'll win the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts on this Super Bowl, Jimbo?
So, like you said, I think you took some of the things I was going to say. I highly, like you said, you have to stop Barkley. But the problem is going to be, we're all saying, oh, stop Barkley, stop this. What did we say 2 years ago that was the Eagles' best thing? Is their defense, right? Eagles have the best defense, and they also do this year. But I would not underestimate Jalen Hurts. What did Jalen Hurts do 2 years ago? He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. He outplayed him, clear as day. So now you add Barkley to that mix, and you know Jalen Hurts is going to want revenge, and he's going to be up for that game. I want it, excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. So Jalen Hurts is definitely going to be the factor. And I don't know why everybody underestimated him or saying that he can't do it. Like, he's proven before. Like, yeah, he might not have a great path this year or might not have been as crazy than Barkley. But what are you going to do when you have Saquon Barkley that's the best running back right now? You got to play the conservative and everything. You don't want to ruin everything. They only lost 3 games. And that's the thing. They lost it to Tampa Bay, and who was the other team besides Washington? They lost it to, I forgot who it was. Wasn't to the Rams. They beat the Rams. It was like the first week and everything they lost to.
Oh, Atlanta.
They lost to Atlanta.
But here's the thing. If you lose to Kirk Cousins in the same season in the same season you make the Super Bowl, you did not win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I want to say that because even Patrick Mahomes, I think, once lost to him, and then he won on the Super Bowl. So I mean, it could be hit or miss.
Yeah.
So I think Philly does edge out because, like you said, I was telling you, Kansas City is the 7th worst team with explosive plays due to running backs. You're going against a guy that just did 2,000 yards. And I will say this too. Look at Kansas City's team that they faced going the whole season. Did they really play anybody that great besides Buffalo? If they would have played Baltimore midway through, they probably would have lost. They played Baltimore the first week where everybody had to gel together and Derrick Henry wasn't going off. After that, Derrick Henry hit 1,900 yards. It was the second best running back in the league.
That's a good point, but Chiefs got lucky that game where they had the lead.
Yeah.
And then you had the Isaiah Likely by an inch. So. And then you had the second game where there was a missed call on, I think, where the Bengals lost by a field goal. So they could have started the season 0-2.
They could have. I feel like this game, Phil is going to make it into a street fight. They're not going to miss tackles. They're not going to do and they're gonna try to keep Mahomes maintained and not run, because Mahomes ain't passing that great. He's running most of the time. He's running. So if Philly could somehow manage to keep him contained and not let him get out of the pocket as much, and not let him run to the edges and everything, and keep him in that corner, it's gonna be a long day for just like if they could do what Tampa did.
Yeah, and they won 31-9.
Yeah, if you keep him maintained and keep him back while he can't get any more yards, push him back, and don't let nobody open, especially with the great corners you have and everything. This is why I think Philly could be a dynasty.
They can.
If you think about it, they drafted all these guys who are now in the Super Bowl. They're a year or two deep and everything. They have 2 rookies that are playing phenomenal right now in a defensive spot.
Yeah, I agree, but what can we do?
No, they're just gonna have to play good defense and keep Mahomes out of it. And yeah, Travis might be a factor, and like you said, it's an Xavier Worthley, but who knows? Because he hasn't. He might be a factor. He might not be a factor.
Yeah, anything is possible.
It's gonna be. I feel like if you go position by position, it's either a toss up or one has the edge. Like quarterback, Mahomes or Hurts. It'll be Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. I'll take Mahomes any day of the week.
Running back, Pacheco or Barkley.
Barkley.
It's Barkley. Receivers, AJ Brown or D-Hop. It's AJ Brown. There's no question. It's AJ Brown.
I don't know. I think D-Hop could have a day.
I don't know. He could have had a day, but he wasn't a difference maker on that team.
Oh no, he's not.
AJ Brown is a difference maker. He can make a difference on that team. Same with Devontae Smith. You want Devontae Smith, or are you going to take Juju or Xavier?
I take Juju.
I'll take Devontae Smith over Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, but Devontae Smith's been quiet.
He's been quiet, but he goes break out too. You never know.
See, there's going to be a test, because if you stop Saquon Barkley, is everyone else going to step up? I don't know.
Yeah, but the one person that's been solid for that offense is
Saquon Barkley.
Besides him in the playoffs, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, but Saquon Barkley is that huge difference maker. That's why I think if you stop Barkley, the Chiefs are going to win that game. It's not going to be competitive. I don't trust anyone else on that Eagles team. They have the pieces, yeah, but I just don't trust them to step up because they've been relying so much on Barkley.
Not just that. If you think of the championship game, Jalen Hurts ripped a couple big ones too. So if he could do that with his legs and make the Chiefs think it's going to be constant run, and you fake a couple passes, it's in a long day. You know what the Chiefs are going to do. The Chiefs are not running the ball on Philly. I'm sorry. It's going to be pass, and then a couple runs from Mahomes. So they got to eliminate that. If they do, I feel like they have the edge. That if we're going defense to defense, I'll take Philly's defense over Kansas City. If we're going offensive line, I'm taking Philly's offensive line. Way better. And so, like, I feel like you say all those, I'm going to go Philly has the edge.
I could agree and disagree with various points.
With some of the points. But also, if you think about it, too, Chiefs front are really good. If you go to the middle and corners, I don't think so. And then you go to Philly's front, they're fantastic. You go to their linebackers, and then you go to their corners, way better. With Slade and Bradbury and everything, they're monsters. And that's not even including what's his name? Brandon Brooks. No.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's not there because he's been hurt. That team's still playing out of its mind. And knowing them next year or this year with the trades and everything, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade somebody to go get what's his name from Cleveland?
Oh, Garrett?
Yeah, Garrett. I think if somebody gets him, that that team's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, and then Cooper Cup's available. All these players are available.
There's a lot of trades, so like that's why like when it comes after the Super Bowl, a lot of trades, especially in April, because you have a lot of the drafts and everything. Because I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams try to like draft low to get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like to fix. I think the only problem is defense. Offensively, I think they're fine. Defensively, they need a little bit of help. But they're also young. They're a young defense.
Yeah, a lot of players haven't been there in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I mean, well, especially, and that's the thing though. We all thought that Hurts would get so nervous in that Super Bowl because it was his first time, and he played phenomenally. Now what's he gonna do now? He understands and everything. He's playing like a decent level.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It's gonna be a very interesting Super Bowl, but I have Philly edging them out. I'm gonna say 30-27.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. I felt they edged them out just a little bit because if, like you said, if they stop Barkley a little bit, but Barkley gets those like home run balls, that's a problem.
It is.
So
it is.
Because even if he gets one, it's still a problem.
All right, this has been the Doug Serravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. Next time, we are going to challenge Jimmy on his Super Bowl trivia around Sunday at 12 p.m. So you can see that episode right after this quick commercial break. We will be right back.